What is up, everyone? I am Deviantart Cringe, and today we're gonna be taking a look at Fallout. Yes, everyone, Fallout, the franchise that we all know and love from Bethesda. I am, of course, a huge fan of it, just like I am with the Elder Scrolls. Sometimes I don't know which I am a bigger fan of. Elder Scrolls has a shit ton of interesting ass lore, and Fallout just has, well, it's just awesome. But unfortunately, we all are still feeling the burn of the disappointment that was Fallout 4. A lot of wasted potential there, and now I've decided let's take a look at DA. Let's see what DA has in store for us for this beautiful, long-standing franchise that ran into a little bit of a bump down the road. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what else can you expect from the fandoms on DA? You remember that really horrible Pearl drawing that I did in my Steven Universe Deviant Cringe video? I'm pretty much getting vibes from that because again, the anatomy, there is none, and I honestly could not tell what these characters were until I read the description of the picture. This is supposed to be Kate, yeah. And I don't think she looks like that in the game, and Piper, who also doesn't look like what she's supposed to be. Now, I honestly don't know where to start with this picture, so let's just start with the most obvious, the non-existent anatomy. First off, why does Kate's face look like it's gonna explode? It kind of looks like it's gonna like it's expanding down the middle. I don't even know what the hell's going on here. And second of all, that ear looks so damn awful. It's kind of like a reverse elf's ear. You know how elf's ears are like pointed up to the top and kind of wide at the bottom? Well, this is pretty much the opposite. It's very pointed at the bottom and wide at the top, looking for a really funny, mousy kind of look. Beautiful, am I right, everyone? Also, the eyes are just so spaced out, which also couples with the fact that the face looks like it's gonna explode. That tongue over there, obviously you need to have good detail on the tongue, you know, and the spit, because, you know, it does look like it's leading up to fucking vor. Now, here's the funny thing, everyone. Obviously Kate's face looks so weirdly distorted and all that stuff, but I gotta say Piper actually looks a lot funnier. Just take a closer look at the body. First off, the hands are just different sizes. Look at this one, now look at this one. Second of all, take a look at the legs, you know. First off, the feet are just way disproportionate. And two, just look at these legs over here. This thigh is so much thinner than this one over here. Like, what the hell were they thinking? This knee over here, it looks like you know how kids usually, when kids draw like legs, and when they're bent, they kind of draw them as like two separate pieces. Like, over here you don't have that issue. Over here you can see that the arm is actually bending at the elbow, but over here it looks like it's somehow floating off like it's an action figure or whatever. You know, one of those cheap Chinese plastic things that have the obvious plastic lines where you can see the separation between the the joints and everything. It's like really horrible. Although I do gotta give props to the hair, you know, the hair actually does look pretty well drawn and all that. You know, it's not too complicated, you know, nothing too special, but it actually does look good. And it looks a hell of a lot better than everything else in the picture. That and the shading, you know, the shading is also pretty well done, but everything else, you know, the hair, the shading, awesome, everything else. Maybe just a taste. A patron requested a drawing from Benjamin, who also asked to see Kate from Fallout 4 getting a good taste of Piper. Frankly, I don't know all that much about the Fallout franchise, and this game in particular, but I picked up the sense of Kate as something of a drug addict while the player first meets her. Gee, you think? If so, then I suppose the scene above makes perfect sense in some way, shape, or form. Actually, it doesn't. Like, what do drugs and eating small people have in common? You tell me. If you like what I do and want more, you can visit my website, mukakicar.com for all my artwork, comics, and updates on what's going on. You can also support me on Patreon to get cool exclusives. Wow! Yes, wow is the key word here. Oh my god. Cool. Drugs make you see a lot of crazy things. Trying things as well, but nice work on the two. Hey, thanks. No problem. I wonder who else is small in her eyes thanks to the drugs. Oh, Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, I feel really horrible that I actually know about this, but I honestly thought that this fucking motherload of cringe, this death battle thing would have died off years ago by now, but unfortunately it's still on. Can you believe it? This whole death battle thing, I honestly don't know what's the point of this. It basically seems like just a cheap way for edgelords to put random characters against each other. So here we have Daedroth versus a Deathclaw, yeah. I don't know if this is like an alpha Deathclaw or just a regular one, but I do know one thing. The Deathclaw will probably win if it was a New Vegas Deathclaw, because if you remember, Deathclaws from New Vegas were just stupidly overpowered. It's like unbelievable. No matter what level you are, it's just, they give you a hug and you fucking die. I don't even know, maybe the people who made the Deathclaws in New Vegas were bronies, probably kill you with fucking hugs or something. Oh, and by the way, if you expect me to give more comments on this whole death battle thing, I honestly don't even know what to say about it. Basically, it's just, you have this cheap, you know, death battle JPEG or whatever, and you put a picture of a character in, and then you say, oh my god, this character versus this one, blah blah fucking blah. It's just effortless bullcrap, I gotta say. It's basically about as pathetic as that whole US Marine copy pasta. Daedroth versus Deathclaw. In the style of the old death battle Goomba versus Koopa, a Daedroth of the Elder Scrolls versus a Deathclaw from the Fallout series, two hulking reptilian monsters from Bethesda's two main open world series, Magic and Fantasy versus Science and Nuclear Post-Apocalypse. And there's absolutely no way I'm gonna be reading this, and I can already tell just by looking at it, these are basically just the typical backstories of these creatures, you know, well, this is more like a character than a creature, but you get the idea. Basically, it's just copy pasting. It's like, okay, you post a little bit of a backstory of the characters, but then you're supposed to add your own a little spin on it, since it's your own fucking fantasy. But you know, you just repost the entire thing. You probably go to a fan wiki or whatever, and you just copy paste the entire thing from there to there. It's just the ultimate display of laziness. Holy fuck. Daedroth holds magical advantages, while Deathclaws hold agility, just like what you said. So therefore, it will be a stalemate to me. Well, not really, unless they're New Vegas Deathclaws, cause then they will just kill you with hugs, no matter how high level you are. I don't even know what the hell this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be a Fallout thing. I can tell by the background, but what are these characters, man? Alpha Predator versus Alpha Deathclaw, Episode 4. Oh, really? Alpha Predator versus a Deathclaw. Which one is which? What is this? Can you tell me what this is? Does this even look like a Deathclaw to you, or this? This looks like a bastardized version of Godzilla, to be totally honest. I mean, what is this anyway? Look at it. It's like a gray body with a bright red right leg and right arm. I think this is a recolor of Godzilla, and you just put a different head on it. And this looks like a body of a xenomorph from the Aliens franchise. You can tell by the bones on the back. Again, a huge laziness. I honestly cannot believe that people have the audacity to post this on the internet, you know? And this description right here, I'm just gonna try to find out what the creatures are called. Oh my god, look at this. Fallout Goji. Fallout Goji, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Fallout Goji roars at Godzilla Deathclaw. Deathclawzilla roars back at the two went into a bear fight. Awesome, thanks. No prob. Yeah, this is so awesome. Can you not see the awesomeness? Because I sure can. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now this right here, this has to be one of the ugliest reskinning of characters I've ever seen in my life. You know, I honestly don't know if someone actually did like custom skins for the game, or did they try to do some fucking Photoshop bullshit. Also, take a look at the hands on this guy. It looks like he dipped him into a pool of fucking acid. Oh, and by the way, the husband is a fucking neckbeard. Can you believe it? Fallout 4 Flamerunner and Skyblazer work in progress. Flamerunner is done by just some issues with Skyblazer's head to fix. Well, you should really shave off that beard. That's one fix you gotta do. Looks great. I wish Skyblazer's head is driving me nuts. That's a bit of a grammatical error, but I get what you're saying, buddy. The hands! Well, my two ponies have different color hooves, so why don't they have the same with hands? Besides, it's the best I could do. Ah, okay, I understand. Really? Okay, I know this is a thing in the MLP fandom thing or whatever, that the ponies have different color hooves, but come on. I mean, it really doesn't work well with hands, okay? Like, you know how people do those fucking humanized versions of the characters? It's really not a good idea to make their hands a different color. When people make humanized versions of characters, they basically just leave their hands the same color as the fur, in order to not make it look weird, because over here you have a huge flaming example, no pun intended. Okay, this guy right here, he just posted a screenshot of the game. Yeah. He reposted a screenshot of Fallout New Vegas. Just a screenshot, nothing else. Any work you need done? Ladies and gentlemen, this man, This person, this beautiful specimen of humanity, he has committed lazyception right here. It's the only thing I can call this, lazyception, okay? He reposts nothing but a simple screenshot of the game with, just a screenshot. And then he copy-pastes the entire dialogue in the description. He doesn't do anything transformative. He doesn't put in any of his spin on the whole thing. He just reposts the entire dialogue. Beautiful, am I right, everyone? This man is a failure. Well, everyone, that's about it. That's Fallout on DA for you. We truly have seen some artistic marvels today, didn't we, ladies and gents? It truly was an eye-opening experience. Like, we have beautiful Vor fucking MLP reskins with different color hands that makes them look like their fucking skin is burned off. And screenshot and dialogue repostings. Virtually no effort at all. Anyway, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and press the little bell icon. And as always, I'm Deviantart Cringe, and I'll be seeing you guys and gals on the next video.